So last when we met the Mildwood family, they were traipsing down the old Svalak road towards what they believed was the vineyard. They had a strange encounter on the road with a mysterious lady in white, which sent them off on a little, dare I say, Christmas, a special Christmas mission, Christmas venture. And now they're back and heading down that road, as we said. So after about another half a mile, you guys, the road becomes a muddy trail that meanders through the woods, descending gradually until the trees part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow where the trail splits. One branch heads into the valley, and the other south into the dark woods. A wooden signpost at the intersection pointing west reads, Vineyard.
I think
There's a subtle hint there.
maybe.
Hold on, everyone. Let's not make any rash decisions.
It seems we have made the right choices.
See if you can
and,
turn the sign easy.
Let's check and see if the sign's been turned at all.
excellent idea, brother.
Because I feel like perhaps someone with ill intent may be jerking us around a little bit here.
The signpost seems pretty sturdy and firm in the ground.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it's been turned. So,
Well, let us head west.
Alrighty
Let's
then.
continue.
Okay. As you head west, a light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail which skirt north of a sprawling vineyard before bending south towards a large stately building in the distance. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between the nearby tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see ropes hanging with half barrels used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees. You see an individual, a man, wearing a dark cloak and cowl, standing at the very edge of the trees. As he sees you approach, he glances to the left, glances to the right, and then slowly beckons you to come forward.
I don't like that.
How would he possibly know we were coming this
Hello?
way? Dad,
We just say hello, right?
you do it.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, he waves and then beckons again for you to come closer.
I just don't get close enough for him to bite you.
Okay. I wasn't planning on it.
I'm going to get behind Doug as we walk forward.
Okay, I'll kind of go up to him, but stop, a
Okay.
good amount away so he's not in reaching distance.
Under the cowl, he's got kind of scruffy black hair, a very unkempt, unshaven look. Not like he's got a purposeful beard, but like he's been roughing it for a good while. He looks at you and he says, If you're looking to go to the vineyard, if I were you, I would turn back. It is not safe.
What do you mean?
The vineyard has been overrun.
With grapes?
No, I wish it was grapes. No, it has been overrun by the forest folk.
I kind of look around the family. I'm
Uh,
not sure I know what you mean.
How is that? Wait, how is that not grapes? Because grapes are natural.
No,
Okay, he kind of glances and points in the fields. He says, Do these fields look tended? Do they look productive at this point? No. In over a week, no one has been able to tend to the fields. I'm telling you, it is dangerous. You need to turn back now.
What are these forest folk doing?
Do you mean like dire wolves and, everything out here that's harmful? What's forest folk mean?
They are dwellers of the dark woods that worship unspeakable powers, perversions of nature.
by the way, I think we should check it out.
Yes, I am telling you, it is not safe. My name is Adrian Malakov. My father and my family, till very recently, lived and dwelled in this fine manor in the vineyard. A week ago, the forest folk descended and assaulted us. For almost 5 days we held out, but 2 days ago we were almost overrun. We had no choice but to retreat. Those of us that could fled to the forests. I have a small forward camp not too far from here. The rest of my family is hidden more secludedly further in the forests. I take it upon myself to warn people not to go there until we can figure out how to fight and claim back our vineyard.
Well, we're here to take a look at that, actually. We heard that the wineries weren't being delivered. We thought we could help with that.
Where did you hear this?
Another Malakov and his lady wife at the tavern in
Barovia?
Town name? Not Barovia.
Valaki.
Yes.
Ah, you speak of my younger brother, Erwin. Yes, my father, Davian, has 3 sons. I'm Adrian, the eldest. Then there is Erwin, and then our younger brother, Elvir. We have a sister also. It is a family-run vineyard. Erwin and my father do not see eye to eye, which is why he set up shop away from the family business, but obviously he is a reseller of our wares, but it has been true. In over a week, we have not been able to make deliveries to anybody. And we had not been scheduled to do so for a few days right prior to that. So at this point, it has been almost 2 weeks since any wine left from the vineyard.
Okay. Well, yeah. Like I said, we're here to help with that. So
you
could tell us.
My brother hired you to come and see if you could assist us?
No. Actually, we kind of volunteered for some reason. He's helped us out quite a bit, so we wanted to return the favor and see if we could help him as well. We're a big fan of your wines. Hate to see them go out of production. So
believe me, if the Wizard of Wine's vineyard ceased production altogether, you think that this is a miserable place now. Wait to see what it is if everybody is depressed, without hope, and has no wine to drink, just drown their sorrows.
Terrible.
The piss-poor excuse for ale that we have here would not suffice. Well,
We have a very particular set of skills that we think could be helpful. So if we could speak to you, maybe your whole family, about these dwellers of the dark woods, we can get information before.
Perhaps we should get off the road.
tramps in there.
Follow me to my camp. And he kind of cuts off and makes his way quickly through the woods. Clearly, he is very familiar with the ways of the woods, the way he kind of cuts in and out of the brambles, through the bushes, and moves through the trees almost as well as Douglas does.
Okay.
Great.
We'll follow him to it.
Alrighty. Let's get you there then. Okay. Eventually, after a short period of time, you break through a small clearing in the trees and can see a simple campfire. The embers of the camp they're there, but they're kind of very, very low. He kind of like beckons you to come around, get close to the fire to kind of warm yourselves, as he sticks another couple of pieces of wood into the embers and blows on it to kind of get the flames coming up a little bit so that there is actually some semblance of a campfire there now. I
stick close to Doug and sit down on the log next to him.
Okay. He says, I'd like to offer you food and drink, but I have only water and half an uneaten pigeon.
That's okay. Thank you for offering, at least. We'll fend for ourselves.
Yes, thanks, but no thanks.
Alrighty.
Do you have any Pidgey Nuggies?
Pidgey nuggies.
Those are his favorite.
I do love a good Pidgey Nuggie.
A good nug. He kind of looks at you and says, I can cut it into small chunks if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's basically all I do.
I do not have any breadcrumbs to roll it in.
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. He says, well, if you intend to try to assist us, I should tell you what I know. First of all, as I said, the forest folk descended about a week ago. There were several of them. But they were not the biggest problem, while they do have the ability to wield dark magics. One of their number seemed to be able to summon the very forces of nature, but in a dark and twisted way. Saplings became small monstrous creatures, and they began to assail us, and then there were some that were even larger, some that looked like that they have been molded from the very vines. All in all, it was too much for us eventually. They just kept coming and coming. And finally, we could hold out no longer. I have seen them from my vantage point as I watched. Some of them casting seeds into the vineyard itself. Bear in mind, I am sure that whatever these seeds are, they are not trying to plant a crop of next year's grapes. No. And more recently, I have seen rustling in amongst the old dying vines themselves. I don't know if it's ever been a curiosity of yours, but has anybody ever explained to you why we are called the Wizard of Wines as opposed to the Martikov Vineyard?
Are you perhaps casters as well?
No, my family is not so magically inclined, but a long time ago, the vineyard itself was brought into being by a mage. He brought with him certain types of magic that tended to lend towards the growing of incredibly delicious and fruitful grape crops. We, through the centuries, have our family purchased and have continued to keep the vineyard itself in our own Martikov family, but did not see the reason to change the name, as it was already so well established.
Whatever happened to this, the mage that brought this vineyard to life?
I do not even know his name. It is lost to antiquity, shall we say. It was so very long ago. But, not only is the vineyard a family business, but we pride ourselves in providing a service, and within that service, some small happiness for the downtrodden and miserable souls and soulless that live here in Barovia. I can tell you, if you're planning to try to retake this vineyard, there are 5 entrances. You could go through the front door. There is a small side door around to the right by the outhouse. You could try to venture in through the loading docks. There is a back entrance around the back where the glassblower's workshop is. Or you could climb up onto the veranda and try to go through the double doors there. Those are the 5 ways I know that you can get into the vineyard itself. There is also a stable, which may be useful for you for perhaps a base of operations, but there is no way from the stable into the house.
Now, did anyone happen to attack you all in the stable? Is it safe?
At this point, I don't believe any of the grounds are safe. But, as you can see, from here, my vantage point is mostly the fields. It is hard for me to see what is going on, other than flickering lights in the windows to let me know that their souls are still there.
Do you know what they want with your vineyard? Is it the magic maybe left over from the mage they're trying to...
My father would possibly know more about that than I do, but for whatever reason it is, they are hell-bent in keeping it.
Could we talk to your father? Maybe get some more information?
My father and the rest of our family are not doing so well. No offense, but as I do not 100% know that much about you yet, I feel inclined to not take you to the main camp. I wouldn't want to put the young children at risk.
Okay.
My sister, her and her husband have 4 children, one of which, Yolanda, is just a baby, and Martin and Vigo are just very small children. My father requested that I did not disclose the main camp to anybody.
Understandable. Just know,
It'll look up too.
yeah, I'm gonna trail off and look up as well.
Okay, he kind of like looks up, and you can see like quite a few crows kind of flying around overhead, but they're not like swooping down or bothering you or anything like that.
We're a family ourselves. All related. Well, except for Whiskey, he was a dog.
Well, he's the family too. Obviously,
well, yeah,
dogs are family.
but
Come on, Seth.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough, bro. You're right. But we have a history of saving kids. We're fast getting a reputation for rescuing little ones, but I still understand.
Well,
just know we take care of kids.
My father is a very strict patriarch of the family. We do not go against his wishes or his desires. And he was very clear that I should not bring anybody to the main camp. That being said, we did not expect anybody to come to assist us. I was merely here trying to divert people away to keep them safe from the vile things that are now dwelling in our old family home.
So you listened to your dad, huh? I'm going to give a look at Douglas.
Whatever our father decrees, it is done, as if it is the law.
Must be nice. Do you think maybe your dad could come here and we could speak with him here? Is he able to travel, or is he not well?
I could go and see if he will come to us, if that's what you like. I will warn you, though, he is very suspicious and rather cantankerous.
That's fair, but
I'm willing
you only
to
have his interest in mind. I mean, what other options do you have? Just hide out here in the woods until they leave?
No, we are formulating a plan. We haven't quite figured out what it is yet, but that is our intent.
We're your plan. Here we are.
Well,
put us in action.
That being said, I don't think there is anything that my father could tell you that would change the situation. The forest folk are there in the house. They must be removed. If they are not removed, then wine will not flow, misery will increase, and deep depression will set in far beyond what we have ever seen here in Barovia.
Have you ever fought the forest folk before? Do you have any...
We battled them hard for 5 days before, eventually, we were just too worn down to continue the fight.
Okay. So what strategies seem to work the best?
Well,
in those 5 days,
they tend to keep themselves further back from the fray, and just sent these accursed creatures, these creatures made of vines or twigs, or some that even hurled like thorns at us. And as fast and as easy as it was to cut them down, they just kept coming. slowly through a sheer force of will and attrition, they just wore us down to where we had nothing but exhaustion and no fight left. It was either stay and all perish, or take the last bit of strength that we have and use it to fight our way clear to save the children. That was my father's decree.
So are you saying if we can get to the forest folk, straight to them without them creating these monstrosities, we can hunt it at the source rather than fight battle after battle against these?
It would seem
minds.
that their being there is what allowed these creatures to come into being. And there was one, now you mention, one that stood apart from the others that had a strange, gnarly-looking staff. He seemed to have some kind of force of will and presence over all of the creatures that were being summoned. Perhaps if you can find him and dispatch him and the rest of the forest folk, other than clear out the few of these creatures that may be there, perhaps at that point no more will be able to come into existence.
Okay.
Our original plan was to allow everybody to rest and heal. And once that was the case, I was going to make my way to Valaki and, dare I say it, beseech the Burgomaster to help us. But my family is still far too injured for that. And alas, we are vastly running out of time.
Okay. Well, we appreciate all the information that you have.
I will also mention that our family, while not as prosperous as we once were, is a family that does have some wealth. So I feel sure that while you volunteered, that my father would insist that you at least claim some form of reward for your efforts, some kind of payment.
Oh no, we don't need any of that. It's
Okay,
just,
that's fine.
Good old deed.
But yes, they tend to be more vigilant during the day, so if you are going to try to make an assault on the winery itself, I would suggest going under cover of night.
Okay. Great. Do you mind if we stay here at camp until that? So we are...
Well, it's night now.
Oh, sorry. The
Yeah,
map.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
He says, by all means, rest up and gather your strength. And warm yourselves by the fire for a little while before venturing off, if you wish.
Thank you. Yeah. Maybe we can discuss a plan. Right, kids?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Gemma. Gemma, can I borrow you for a moment?
I am not an object that can be borrowed, but he may speak to me.
May I borrow some?
With the cat,
goddamn
too.
I love that attitude of hers.
I'm gonna kind of come to the back of the cart here, and with the poems that I had written out for me, I'm just gonna stretch them out and be like, if we were told that the ravens, while they might portend certain dangers, aren't necessarily a sign to be distrustful towards, and I'm gonna kind of point towards the Ballad of Strahd here and be like, there's mentions of a wolf and raven lord below, and I think we've encountered the wolves, and I think we've been warned before by the ravens maybe not to do such terrible things as face a bunch of witches like idiots.
Right?
Which seems to me that they might be allied, and I'm going to point up to where the ravens were circling and might still be.
Okay, as soon as you've said that, as you kind of glance around, you can see nestled up in the trees at least a dozen ravens dotted around the campfire.
This might not be the safest place to have a camp.
Well, if you believe that ravens are allies, is it good that they're here then, or are they warning us? Are they protecting us, or are they warning us to leave?
Well, they aren't swooping at us, so it might not be a warning to leave, but it also might be a scouting job, and they might know our intent.
Well, if he did describe them as forest folk, so I do also imagine that they can speak with animals, turn into animals.
The fog
commune
is
with
also getting
animals.
denser, and I
Oh, great.
don't like this one bit. I'm looking around, kind of like spooked at this point.
Yeah. Mostly, I mean, it's fairly natural for this, as it gets colder, you have clearly noticed that
Okay.
mist does tend to start to sink and accumulate in amongst the clearings and stuff like that. So it feels ominous, but it's nothing that hasn't been happening every night since you've been here.
Okay.
It's just never been animated so clearly before. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna be like, maybe we could reach out to
There's a
them.
fog. Oh, and there's a fog.
I'm not sure, but it's sounding to me like, given the title Ode to the Fanes, we might have just, we just met one, and I'm going to gesture to the horn. And something about stone circles, something another, we might have to keep an eye out for those. But this one seems to be a power struggle for control over Barovia. Strahd seems in charge of it all, as powerful and sad as he is. The wolf fellow seems to be on the other side of town. I think we are right in the gullet of the Raven Lord. I would like to communicate if at all possible with these, though. I'm just kind of like looking up to the birds.
Well, I don't know if this would work, but I am able to detect thoughts of certain creatures. I just have never tried it on, a bird or...
On birdies.
I don't know if it would even work.
Birds are pretty clever, from what I've seen. Once a lad over in Saruman had like a little bird that would do a couple of tricks. It was mostly just steal people's wallets, but
Perhaps it's something I should try out.
he wasn't sneaky about it. We all knew it was happening. It was just fun, It was just like, oh, he's got my coin purse. Oh, what do we do?
It's not time for games and jokes.
Well, if not now, then we're gonna die before ever getting it again. So
Okay,
Perhaps I might try, because if it works, then that would open a whole new layer of things I could do.
Okay, what spell are you thinking of casting?
I'm thinking I will put it up here, but Gemma is thinking of casting, wow, it's long, Detect Thoughts by looking at a raven.
Okay. Mind of any one creature that you can see. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any languages, the creature is unaffected. Unless these ravens actually can speak languages, they probably wouldn't be affected. But like you say, you've never tried, so.
So I stare at one. Raven, speak to me. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, little bird?
Okay. Ravens are actually pretty base, surface level, instinctive creatures. Their intelligence is in fact only 2, and they don't speak languages. So unfortunately, you're getting nothing from ravens.
In real life.
I mean, you can. I mean, there are some ravens that could be taught to reiterate words, but don't kid yourself into thinking they actually understand what they're saying.
They know how to function in the economy. What?
So
They
yeah,
remember
unfortunately,
faces,
it doesn't
they
work
remember
on the
addresses.
ravens.
Yeah. Know if you're having a good day.
It doesn't work on Seth either. No.
Oh, no.
Aw, no.
He only reiterates words.
You get a series of ugs and grunts. Yeah, no, unfortunately,
Okay.
yeah,
I turn back to Trip.
simple
and I say,
ravens, yeah, they're only like a 2.
Okay.
But again, as it says, if it doesn't speak any languages, which they technically
Okay.
don't, so.
Okay. Turn back to Trip and I just say, I guess the phrase having a bird brain checks out. I don't hear anything.
The fact that you're saying that looking at me is concerning, and that's also what you're hearing from my brain.
Yeah, I focus it now on Trip. And I
An
go,
echo in here.
basically Chip's thoughts are just going to continually be, there's got to be something more to these things. I really want to see if we can maybe work with the Raven Lord, because that would be a really helpful ally. We are in way over our heads. God, we're all gonna die. Seth
We
is
should-
really big.
Death is
Crip, your thoughts are way too loud, and I'm going to. Actually, before I end the spell, I'm going to walk over here and just focus on our guy, Adrian.
okay.
See his surface level thoughts. Like if he thinks we're dangerous,
look.
if he's unsure.
Okay, yeah, his surface thoughts do seem to be ones of concern, but also hopeful.
Okay.
I mean, just from what you're kind of the vibe you're getting from him, I guess, with his surface thoughts, he seems to be somewhat sincere. But there
Okay.
is still a level of apprehension about him. You can definitely sense, not, I want to trust them, but I've got to keep my guard up type
Yeah.
thing.
Wow,
You know-
Gemma, your brain can do what everyone else's eyes can.
This is fun. I shift my focus to Shagget, to Seth. So, what's he thinking?
It's a great trick.
So-
Give a
so-
whole minute of this.
So what's Seth
Yeah.
is thinking is the people from the hollow are hard to discern. The people of Saruman quickly adjourn. The people from Cordhan all took the wrong turn. But what's ahead,
literally
Sparrow?
just
There is
citing
something
his own
to
song.
learn.
He's singing a song on his head.
Totally singing his own song.
He sings his own theme song in his head when he's idle.
I love it.
I
gets-
shift it. Sorry, go ahead.
Say when he gets back to Arconis, he's going to hire a small band and have him follow him around playing it. It's my theme song.
Yeah, I'll shift it to Octavius now, since I'm just having a bit of
Okay.
fun now.
He's just kind of sitting there. His little feet are kicking on the stump.
Snuggies.
That he's just his inner monologue is like,
Can't believe this guy doesn't have any decent nuggies around here. My tummies are rumbling, and that makes for a grumpy Octavius, and no one's gonna like it. But here we are. No, easy, Octavius. Keep it down.
Do I hear that voice in his head too? or
oh,
is it
you
that-
absolutely do. That's what his inner monologue is like too.
Inner
He's
monologue.
full immersed
That'd be
in
hilarious
this,
if his inner monologue was all high pitched and squeaky.
in his character. Yeah.
Steel yourself against the hunger, Octavius. It makes you bolder.
But
And
his
then
little feet
last-
are just kicking.
Then to Dad.
Okay.
He's just looking at the fire and he's just kind of peeking over at each of his children, just be like, "This is so nice. Look at this. We should go camping more. I really miss this. I knew I should have brought marshmallows. I knew it. There's never a time not to pack them, But that's fine. That's fine. Just look at your sweet babies, and they're getting so big, and they're doing such a good job defeating all the monsters. This is great. I just love this."
Just as I try to turn to listen to the thoughts of the dog, which probably wouldn't work, the spell ends. You go,
Yeah, it's only lasts
that
a
was
minute.
fun.
He's just looking
The
at
good news
Paul.
is, as long as you're only scaring surface thoughts, nobody gets a saving throw. So it's only if you start probing to try to get information that saving throws come in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yep. Okay.
And
Do that anytime. Don't let it get to your head.
I love it.
see, to suck up and go, isn't this nice, Father? Just sitting around a fire. Remember that time we made s'mores?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it is funny. Funny you should mention. I was just thinking about the same thing. You remember that time when we got so sticky?
Why don't
I
we
just
sing
love
that
that.
song about that, the one about Seth?
Perhaps singing is not advisable. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves,
Oh, right.
I have,
says Adrian.
I have reason to believe they might already know we're here, and I'm going to kind of point to all the ravens.
He glances up, and then he kind of smirks a little bit and says, "Trust me when I tell you, those kind of forest creatures are no friends to the woodland folk. They would not be spies for them."
Well, I got my read completely wrong, and I'm just like rolling away the circles.
Who are they spies for?
Oh, they are just birds. You know how ravens are. We have a camp. Sometimes things get discarded. They are used to opportunistically popping down and stealing scraps. That is why they're gathering around the campfire. Well, I don't know how much longer you want to wait, but you do not want to run out of the shield and cover of night.
Well, shall we, family?
Yeah, let's at least go get some surveillance and see what we're looking at.
Oh, while you are gone, I will do my best to hunt up something more favorable, so that at least if you come back, I can give you a decent meal.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great sentiments from this one.
All right. In that case, then you can head off. He kind of like leads you up the top of the crest of the hill, and after about 10 minutes or so, you can look down on the vineyard itself. You can see scrolled out open fields where the vines and stuff are themselves. And sitting at the back of that is an old 2-story stone building with multiple side buildings, one of which you gather is the stable. You can see a small well over to the side and a small wooden building that is probably the outhouse that he was talking about. There is ivy covering the walls and an iron fence running along the roofline. Kind of as you follow the trail from the entrance gates all the way up through the fields, they eventually wind up and end at the loading docks on the ground floor. The most recent construction is indeed the stable that is kind of perched on the eastern side of the winery, next to the loading docks. Okay, let's... he kind of bids you farewell and wishes you good luck and Godspeed. And I'm going to put you on a new map. And move you guys to where you are going to be, which will be kind of bottom middle of that map. Okay. There you are.
Oh. You know, I don't like many of the adventures we go on, but this one's getting to me.
Do we hear all those wolves for real, or is that...
If you're outside in Barovia, you hear wolves.
just like chattering away? Okay.
Yep. There are wolves aplenty in them there trees in and around the vineyard, for sure.
They're not like incoming...
No.
sounding.
They're clearly in the distance, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's see what I've got here.
Okay. I guess we could start just pointing out the things he listed, like the stable, seeing if we could even see entrances from this far away to the...
You can see,
building.
I mean, you can clearly see the stable. You can also clearly see the front door, the loading docks, and you can see the veranda on the kind of eastern side. It would be a small climb to get up there, but you can definitely see that there is a set of large kind of like bay doors at the top there.
Do we see any lights in the distance, like in the windows? Of
there are a few twinkling lights. It looks like whatever lights they're using, you would assume that the owners would have typically better lights. So your anticipation is probably that they are using some light, but they're deliberately trying to keep it kind of somewhat dim, not to draw attention.
Okay. This isn't creepy at all.
Well, what's our plan?
Shall I go scout?
No, don't leave yet. From our viewpoint, looking at that veranda, is there like a tree next to it? Does it look very climbable?
It's not that high up. It's only about probably 10 feet off the ground.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's not easily climbable, but it is definitely climbable.
Why don't we just sense to see if there's any movement amongst the fields? You mentioned rustlings.
Hold on, everyone. I'll do a few things here. Let me just get down on the ground. I'm just gonna kind of take a little bit of the dirt.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast
Earthy.
I'm gonna cast Primeval Awareness.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let me
Okay.
pop that up for you.
Yeah, what's that little boy do?
Where did I put it?
Little boy.
Where are you? Where are you? There you are.
What's your little spell do? Beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action and expend one ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you for 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expend. You can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you, or within up to 6 miles if you are favored terrain. What is your favorite terrain? Trees? Woods?
Woods.
Okay. Interesting, Mr. Bond. I hate that. You are not sensing any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elements, fae, fiends, or undead. But I will, as you are a ranger, let you make a dice roll for something else.
20.
Come on.
Go ahead, if you will, and give me a survival skill roll. As I said, this is just because you're a ranger. It's a class thing, really.
Should be good at this.
You got this.
Got
There's
this.
a couple of rage grapes on that vine. Don't eat the rage grapes.
Here we go. Oh,
A
my.
10. Okay.
You do have inspiration. It's a reminder. Not telling you to use it now, just reminding you.
I do have it, but I won't use it for this particular item. Thank you.
Okay.
It's been a year.
Then all I'm going to tell you is you get a very uneasy feeling looking out across those open fields.
Yeah.
Something just doesn't feel right to you, but you have no clue as to what or why.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to take my little dirt. Yep, just as I thought.
But at least you know what there isn't.
Anyway. Yep, just as I thought. There's danger.
Is that sand? I do want to know if it's sand. What's on the ground?
Nope.
It is not.
This is dirt, and there is danger in the dirt. So.
And it is also raining as well, don't forget.
And it's muddy.
Danger in the dirt.
There we go.
If you are going to scout, I'm going to give you a pat on the back, if that's all right.
I guess as it's raining, I could actually add some rain.
Yeah, Octavius is like almost in a half sprint motion, just a motion.
Is it time today?
Hold on, let's get you all patched up here.
Okay,
Make sure you're good to go.
We know there's danger in the dirt. We knew that already.
Danger in the dirt.
We weren't gonna follow the path, right? I mean,
No, of course not. Right?
Please.
Probably not.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Octavius, if you think you can get around there safely.
I mean, looking at how the house is, it's situated in the center of vineyard. So if you can imagine what you can see right here, it's the same beyond it behind. More vineyards, more fields.
We're just scouting tonight, correct?
Well, unless we find something that we can use, exploit, and then
Yeah,
we
so
strike, we would have the element of surprise on our side.
We're likely to do more than just scout, yes.
Yeah, I mean, didn't the guy say
Okay.
that they're more
Okay,
active
Trip.
during the day?
This here would be the stable.
Okay, so that's where he said what the base camp could possibly be.
Yeah, I think what he was kind of indicating that it is an attached building that there's no way to get in and out of the house from. So if you needed a place to kind of lay low, that might be an option.
Okay.
Of course, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's nobody manning the stable, but
Sure.
yeah.
So what am I? I'm ready. Are we doing it? Are we doing this thing? Popping off or what?
I'm gonna give you a pat on the back and some bardic inspiration, and just be like, go do the thing that you're really good at, and none of us can really hold a candle to.
Okay.
You mean kill things? Okay.
Art expiration. Okay, and that's a D4 on attacks or saves.
On any roll, really, you can just add a roll, and I think it's more than a D4 now because I went up.
I think you're a D6 now, aren't you?
It's a D6, yep.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Or is it?
Okay.
It's a D8. Sorry, it's a D8 now.
Oh.
A D8? Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, at fifth level, it becomes a D8.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. He's gonna kind of shake it off his shoulders, like, all right.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else? Am I good? It's a good time.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna look at Gemma and be like, "You got anything for him? Or we're holding out on that."
I do.
I think
I
I'll
do.
be
Right now?
okay if everyone wants to save because we're probably gonna mix it up a bit here.
Are you doing it now, or are you saving it for later then?
I'm saving.
Okay. All right, right, go ahead.
Go ahead, son. Good luck.
All right. Wait
I
for
love
my.
you. I love you.
I love you too.
And I'm gonna run off.
Right. So whereabouts are you going?
So the first place I want to check is the stable, just to see if there is a possible
So you want to
base
like?
of operations.
Can you show me using the arrows, kind of what pathway you're going to take?
Yeah, I'm gonna go like this, Court. Okay. You got that? You got this?
Yep,
I've
okay.
been planning this for the last 15 minutes. And
So
then,
basically, you're going to teleport randomly to different spots.
no, I'm basically gonna make my way through the vines here,
Okay.
so where I can still possibly have vision out this way.
Gotcha. So you want to be kind of inside the vines and kind of snaking through them, but close enough to the pathway, the main road, to where you
where
can
I still
actually
have
see what's going on.
Correct.
Okay. Yep, there's like a tree right here, so you can kind of make your way up to the tree first to get yourself a position.
Okay.
And we will zoom in a little. Because we can.
Just ready to start.
Okay. All right. What's everybody else doing? Show me where you guys are.
I think we're gonna take cover maybe in some trees. Right?
Yeah, you've got some trees kind of over to the side
Wait for him to report back.
and some bushes and stuff. So,
Yeah, I'd follow Douglas. I trust him with this.
Yeah.
all right. Well,
the
then you
best
guys all
cover
move
is-
yourselves to where you think you want to be for this, if you would not mind.
Right there.
Or at least I can hide behind stuff.
This. I can't tell what's big and what's small in this scale here, so just let me know if that's
Any of
small
these trees
cover.
are big enough to hide behind.
Okay, perfect.
I love the idea of the tiny little branch, and I'm saying,
Yeah, I was like,
And
little
what about
shrub.
Gemma? Where's Gemma going to be?
I'll go to this tree actually.
oh, I'm all
I'm gonna follow Doug.
Okay. All right. So you guys are all going to go there. Okay. And we'll zoom back in a little more. All right. So you've snuck up to the tree, ready to kind of start working your way through the vineyards. Is there anything you want? Any particular way you want to do this, or are you just going to kind of stay down like low and slow and try to
Yeah,
hide
I'm
as
gonna-
best you can?
I'm gonna give one last look back to my family and just be like, and into the vines I go.
All right. Okay. So you kind
Really
of like
playing it up.
cut in maybe about here, this sort of area.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Kind of cutting
in
through
there.
about here. This sort of, yeah. Or you want to be further up?
I mean, basically, as
J-Bird,
long
you
as
just
I
got
can
gifted a sub from Neo Gambit. Say thank you because it's the
Neo.
nice thing to do. Thank you, Neo.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, as long as I still have some visibility out
Yeah,
this
you do.
direction, then that's good.
Okay. At this point, I would like you to give me a perception skill roll, please.
Perception first,
yes. To see if you notice anything.
I perceive. Let's see.
Oh my.
Probably not, but that's okay. Ooh, actually.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a really good roll. So here's what I'm going to tell you. In fact, I'm going to tell with that. I'm going to say you see it before you break cover of the main tree.
What the what?
We saw.
Better late than never. So as you're about to kind of step out into the paths, like, you know, because you've got, obviously it's vineyards, so there's like rows and rows and rows of vines with gaps in between. You noticed that while you'd expect all the rows between the vineyards to be pretty well trodden down, you can see little clusters of odd-looking plants and little groups of like 5. One kind of, just you can see like just through the trees here. And they look somewhat out of place, like, why would they be there?
Okay. And that was really before I even went in there?
Yeah, this is kind of like as you literally imagine like you know you've just crouched down by the tree, you've looked back at your family, you've done the thumbs up, you're about to make your way through this gap right here, and as you're focused on it, you see past the gap and into the, you know, what should be a trodden in pathway between the vines, and you see a small cluster of odd shaped plants that are just right there ominously in the middle of what should be a void area.
Okay. And what do the plants around it look like?
So the 5 little plants that you see
Yeah.
are just kind of like almost like little saplings, like
Okay.
little tree saplings. And then obviously here and here the rows are the vineyards themselves.
Yeah, and they said that they were sending stick people out after them, the guy we talked to, right?
He also mentioned that he'd seen them wandering in the fields casting seeds and stuff.
Yeah, what do you call them? Evil seeds? What were they? Said something weird. Okay. Something like that. Okay. I'm I'm gonna note that
Okay.
and just kind of scurry around it.
All right.
Because I'm still on my path of
Yeah,
I'm
so
just getting
it's like
information.
right here.
Okay, yeah, then I'll
You want to skirt it kind of
circumvent-
to the left?
yeah.
How far?
Yeah. A good like 20 feet. I want to make sure that this thing can't like really sense me.
So you want to be like more here.
Yeah, and then kind of circle my way like around it, keeping my distance. Because again, I'm just scouting right now,
Okay.
and I'll come back and report.
Give me a stealth roll.
Sure. All right, come on, Octavius. Let's do this thing, buddy. Oh, it was on the 20 for like a second. That's okay. So good roll.
Okay, 16. You kind of get level with them. You glance over. As you kind of step, you notice briefly they shimmy like shh, shh. But then they stay still. You get the feel that, yeah, I need to be real quiet and gentle with my footprints here. Like it's almost like they might have some ability to sense movement or something from underground.
Yep, that's what I figured. Okay, cool. So that's what I'm gonna keep that in
Okay.
mind as
Okay. The other thing is, there are lots of these little clusters.
okay.
You can see them ahead of you, kind of scattered to the left, to the right. It's almost like a little cluster minefield of these little tiny groups of 5 plants.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna retrace my steps
Okay.
and see if I can see any of those in the main road.
Doesn't look like there's any necessarily down the center, but you can certainly see some kind of poised on the edges of some rows.
Okay, and I
To
feel
where
like
you'd
if
have
I-
to be fairly close to them.
Okay, but it looks like I'd have to go through less of them down the main road than I would if I had to go through these vines because they're just everywhere.
They'd be a lot easier to see, and you wouldn't accidentally blunder onto some of them that way.
Okay, then you know what? That's what I'm going to do then, because I feel like I'm pretty stealthy still. And I'm going to backtrack again.
Okay.
Once I get close to that one, I'm like, "Ugh," I'm going to back up, back to my starting position.
All right,
And I'm going to stick close to the vines this way, making my way towards the stable still.
All right, so yeah, you guys will see him kind of like coming back out. Are you signaling to them in any way, or are you just?
I'm just going to give him like the hold there signal.
Okay. Alrighty. So up ahead of you on the right, you can see an upturned barrel cart. There's a couple of broken barrels laying on the ground. The cart itself is in disarray. Yeah, I mean, from the center of the road, you're at least 10, sometimes maybe 15 feet away from where these things are.
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to make my way up there then.
All right.
Stealthing
Put yourself on the main road.
As careful as I can. Okay, like here? Is that where you?
Yeah, that's fine.
think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, as you start to head up the main road, we'll let you move to here.
Okay.
And then
And
give me a
I am
stealth
stealthing,
check.
obviously. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Not gonna make you make 100 rolls, but we're
Yeah,
gonna make
sure.
a few. Okay.
It's fine.
All right. Yeah, you sneak past a few more. Get up to about here.
Okay.
Now, once you've gotten to here, you can see there are a couple of trees. Kind of, you got a big tree here, another tree here. Your stable is over here, of course. There are a couple of those little things, like here and here as well, kind of close to the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna get as close. I mean, get to my destination as far away as I can from them to reach it.
Yeah. So you want to and you're heading to the stable?
Yes.
Okay.
So whether that be like skirting like up
You
against
kind
the
of
house,
skirt.
you know,
Yeah, you could like skirt
or whatever.
Probably the easiest way would be skirt to this tree and then like sneak over.
Sure. Perfect.
Okay. Alrighty. Give me one final stealth check.
Sure. Oh wait, I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration here. Let's add this to it. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. Whew.
So that would make that a 17. Okay.
Whoa.
I didn't give you the results, so bardic inspiration. That's the whole
That's
point of bardic
okay.
inspiration. 17 is. Let's just say that was a good
call,
a
yeah.
very well used bardic inspiration.
Thanks, Trip.
Yeah, trip with
that's
the
my job.
assist.
Okay. You get to the stable. The stable door is in fact slightly ajar and unlocked.
Can I hear anything in there just by listening?
Give me a perception roll.
Ooh, even with it a little unlock. Okay. Come on, Octavius. Nice.
Okay, you hear a. Sounds like an animal in some kind of distress.
Okay, yeah, you broke up a little bit there, so it sounded like almost like a sick horse, something along those lines.
Something like that.
I'm gonna peek inside.
Okay.
You little
Let me
naughty
see
one.
here. This is a thing I've got to do a little differently because I've got to split you from the rest of the group. Alright, so Snugs, I'm putting you here. I'm going to have to zoom way out, and you have to give me a second to position you where you need to be.
Sure.
Where's the ground floor? There. Let me grab you. And put you where you can see. Where are you? Oh crap, I haven't put you guys on this map yet. Let me do that real fast. One sec. Let me go back here. It's going to be interesting to do. I'm going to move you back here just for a second so that I can grab you all in a cluster. Alright. And then I'll put you back to here. And then I need to go back to that map and put you on it. And I need to resize everybody as well. Oh, and you know what? Something else I gotta do. Damn it. Lots of things I've forgotten to do here. Hang on. Lighting. Before you do anything here, Polygon line.
Avius is dead.
No, I'm just Oh, you know what? 1 second. I do apologize.
Octavius can 1v1 Strahd on Rust.
I mean, he would try. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It should
He
be
would.
there.
He would try.
What layer did I accidentally dump that on? Why can't I pick it up? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. Had it for a second. Right. Third time's a charm. Before I dump you all on this, I've got to make sure I do it the right way. Okay. And why is it... Oh, no, I said okay. Right, here we go. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now I can put you where you need to be. Objects and tokens, where are you? Is that you? You're so small on here. Yes, okay. I'm just going to resize all those. Resize you guys. What the hell did I
Trip
do?
is the bard.
Something weird just happened.
Avius is the blood hunter, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hunter. Fail.
Oh. Doesn't work?
Huh.
I thought that would work.
Thought it would too.
Didn't somebody do it earlier too?
Just doesn't like me.
Let's see if it just doesn't like you.
Well, this is doing weird shit.
It also doesn't like me.
Bad. I would do it, and it would definitely work, but I don't want to.
Me too. I don't want to make you both upset.
I don't care.
I
Okay,
don't care if robots like me or not.
Nope.
Okay.
I've been rejected.
I am not sure what the hell's going on here.
Thanks, McNew. I didn't name me. My father did, and that's my favorite. Is none of the kids named their own characters, except for Octavius, because
Okay.
he's just like that.
Well, try again, shall we?
Well, sort of.
Yeah, you know. Octavius was adopted, so he had a name already.
Okay.
Also,
So
You find
there,
calling
let me,
something
and now I've got to
86.
scale you properly because you're too
Okay.
small. Hold on.
Rude.
You should be about that size on here, and then I'll scale everybody else as well. Okay. All right. So yeah, you can see outside of there, and you're going to be here, looking at the stable doors. Okay. You're a little lower than you were originally. You're about here. Do you see that ping?
It's medium.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. Alrighty.
Okay, so I'm looking into the stables here.
Alright. Yeah, so the doors here are slightly ajar, so you can actually peer in there.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Let me move the door for you. Alright. The stables. Alrighty. Okay. Yep, you peer in. There are 2 stalls. The first thing that you notice, however, is there is a horrible, rancid, decaying smell, and you can hear flies buzzing.
Okay. Yeah, do I walk in?
Okay. Alright. There are 2... Now, ironically, with the gates over the stables, they're about kind of a foot off the ground. You're probably going to find it easier to peer underneath them than look over them, because you'd have to kind of scramble up there.
Okay,
You're so tiny.
Yeah, so which one do you want to look under first? This side or this side?
We'll go this side first, I guess.
Okay, alrighty. Yep. You peer underneath. And what you see is a delectable, dead, rotting draft horse.
Yeah.
Flies are buzzing over it. Its core is kind of heavily bloated. You're no healer or naturalist or anything like that necessarily, but it's been dead quite a few days at least.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay. I'll look under the other one.
Okay. What do you see there? Looking underneath. You kind of come over and peer in. This horse is alive, but it doesn't look well. This is the one that's kind of like, you peer out, you see its head begin like half lift off the ground as it's and it just flops back down. It looks a little malnutritioned, but probably not to the point that it's should be as close to death as this. Give me a perception check.
Sure.
A 9. Okay. Yep, you can't really tell anything other than what I've kind of given you, really.
Okay. Okay. That sucks. Is that like the only thing that's in here?
Pretty much. That's all that's in the stables. But as said, there's no other way in or out of this building, and certainly no way of getting from here into the house.
Okay. Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be much of a reason, probably, for anybody else to come here.
Okay, so other than a little stinky horse action, it's okay.
Yeah, it stinks. It's not the most pleasant place to hole up, but
horse action.
Yeah, a little stinky
horse action. Oh yeah.
You know.
Stanky horse action. Okay, then
Actually,
I
undefendable,
am going to go back outside.
Okay.
And I am going to see if I can see into the main house, home, not home, but the winery or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever's the main building there.
Okay, as you kind of like skirt along the side here, so you can see clearly into the loading dock because it just kind of opens straight up.
Okay.
So the loading dock itself, like part in the loading dock is a wagon with 3 barrels set in a brace on the bed.
Okay.
A raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and east walls. Through a hole in the ceiling, you can see a wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. Kind of to your right, you can see a small stairway that would lead you up onto the walkway. And at the very far back, in the back, as you're kind of looking at the back right corner, you can see a door is actually slightly ajar.
Well, I'm gonna make.
Looks
my way
like
to
that would be a way into the house itself.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way into the slightly ajar door.
Okay. Show me which way do you want to get in there.
You said it was where was the door here? Roughly?
That's the door. Yep, here in the back corner. There's stairs, like a small stairway, wooden staircase that would lead you up here. The loading bay itself is kind of quite a few feet off the ground because it's like
How many feet?
enough for you to kind of grab and pull yourself up. You can
Okay,
reach
then
it.
that's what I would do. I would make my way over here,
Okay.
and then I would like kind of kneel down and go this way.
Okay. Give me another perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
In that case, give me a stealth check.
Okay. Okay, I've had 2 bad rolls in a row, so statistically speaking, this is going to be good, guys. Why? Don't worry about it. Relax.
That's a gambler's fallacy.
Oh, damn! It was on
22.
20 and rolled
On it.
over.
Okay.
It was.
All right. Yep. So you kind of like get here and crouch down between the walkway and the cart or wagon and move your way along to this back corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to kind of like grab up and just be like, peer up to see if the door is open enough for me to see in there, or if I can see anybody. Like,
you could sneak up and kind of like peer through the gap without moving the door, if that's what you wanted to do.
that's what I would want to. Okay, so I see. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Do I see?
I mean, you're
or-
small enough that you could probably sideways slide through without disturbing the door if you
That's
wanted to.
What I would do.
But
I would. Well, at first I'd listen to hear if I can hear anything. If I don't.
okay, give
if
me
you
another
wanted to use that-
perception skill roll, please.
Okay. This one also should be decent, guys. I should get like a 11 on this one. Ah, dang.
Okay.
I don't hear anything.
Nope.
Okay, then I'm gonna
All quiet on the western
stealthily
front.
slide myself in.
Okay. All right. Well, you can see like a little stone tower here, kind of going up.
Where was that? I didn't see a ping.
It's right here. There's a little
Okay.
alcove and stuff down in here. Let me see.
Yeah, because I want to go back, but I don't have. There's no information. I mean, this would be pointless if I didn't find something at this point. So, I think he's gonna
push it.
his luck just a little bit, just to find something so that he has some kind of recon.
Yeah, it's basically there's a turret and it has like instead of a stairwell though. The curious thing is it has a sloped wooden ramp that kind of spirals. Looks like it goes up and down, so you could like
Slide.
go up towards the second floor or possibly down towards a basement.
Okay. And
Also,
then
there
this
is
another
a pair
door.
of double doors that is open right here.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna kind of peer through the double doors here.
Okay. Right, you kind of glance through.
I don't see anything. I can't see anything from here, so.
Okay, so let's see. A rich smell of fermenting wine fills this large 2-story chamber. So you're actually where you are you can see that there's kind of a balcony above you. So
Okay.
on the map, you see where this dotted line is here?
Yes.
Okay, so that kind of marks where the balcony is. So if you're standing here, you're under the balcony. If you're standing over here, you're actually in an open area that would go all the way up to the floor above it. Does that make sense?
Yes, I
Okay,
believe I
good deal.
understand.
So, glancing around the room, there is a large wooden staircase in the center of the room, climbing to a 10-foot high wooden balcony that clings to the south wall. There are also 4 enormous wooden kegs in the center of the room itself.
Okay.
There are also, from where you are, you can see that there are, let's see, what can you see?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
You'd
not,
have to
not
kind
too
of
much.
poke in just a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what I would.
You'd have to, scout past this massive barrel here that's kind of obscuring your vision.
Okay. I would, but I would stay under this balcony here, so nothing above me.
Okay, so you can either go this way or this way, either north or south from here.
Because there's some barrels here that I feel I can kind of hide behind.
Well, those barrels on the upper, they're actually on the upper floor. So it's a 2-dimensional map trying to do 3D shit. So
Yeah, no, I understand. Maybe I misunderstood. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I was underneath.
You are under the balcony, but these are
I understand.
on the balcony.
I flipped my perception of what it was. Okay. Then
Actually, that's
am-
a lie. They're not. They are on your floor. I apologize.
Yeah, and then there's the line
Yep.
denotes what's above me, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, okay, so then I'm going to basically make my way along the southern way here, just kind of ducking and slipping in between the barrels to feel like I give myself a little bit better cover here.
Okay.
And just kind of make my way up. And then
Keep sneaking along. So you'll see, glancing through, there's a double doors here.
Yep.
Over where I'm pinging.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and for chat, this is kind of what he sees as a character. There's a door here.
Okay. And then stairs that go up to the second balcony.
Yep. Huge flight of wooden stairs.
God, sorry everyone. I want to get back to you guys so you can play, but this is there's no reason for me to return yet.
It's
No, you gotta
stressful
find
because
something.
we think you're dead at this point. All of us are quietly doubting you'll ever come back, and we're just sitting around.
Well,
twiddling
I'm
our
gonna
thumbs
come back
thinking,
to you
"Do we
guys
run
in just a
after him?"
minute. So
Yeah. Okay. So then I would I mean if I could probably slip in between here.
yeah.
And
You got another door here, a large set of double doors here,
yeah,
an open door here, another.
I think I'm gonna skitter to the open door again. I'm trying to get as many open doors as I can.
Another door there. Okay. So hold that thought.
Yep.
Let me see where you are. Alrighty. So you're going to sneak over to this little corner room. Okay. You peer in. Bare hooks line the walls of this small storage room. Shelves to the south hold several pairs of stained wooden sandals with oversized soles. Both doors to this room hang open. The one to the west is fitted with iron brackets and leads outside into the rain. Lying on the floor next to it is a 5-foot-long wooden beam.
So the 5-foot-long wooden beam is
Looks like it fell from the ceiling above. Not to
Okay.
the point. It was probably like a support runner at one point, but it's dropped off.
okay, but there's not like a hole in the ceiling.
Correct.
Okay. So it doesn't really look like there's anything important in here then?
Not really.
No. Okay. God, doors or stairs? Doors or stairs? I think I'm gonna do. Doors.
No, you want to.
What?
No,
The
you
stairs?
want to.
Halfway. Up the stairs.
You know what I'm gonna do? Even stairs, odd door. Taking the door.
Okay.
We're going these big boy double doors here because double doors
Alrighty.
means important.
Is that what it means?
To Octavius, he's like, oh, there must be something double important back here.
Okay. Alrighty. Yep, you can open those up and peer through.
Okay.
Let me just grab this and get it for you out the way. Okay. It leads out onto the veranda.
One of the ways in that he mentioned.
Yep, basically resting on a flagstone veranda are 3 5-foot diameter wooden tubs. They're inside stained with grape juice. Each tub has a short ladder bolted to the side of it and a catch basin tucked underneath, and a tube coming down into the catch basement. At the back of the veranda is the set of large sliding wooden doors that you just opened. Also, you can tell that this door here that you bypassed would also lead out onto the veranda as well.
Okay.
Stone pillars and arches support the upper floor above. It's obvious that this veranda is where the grapes of the vineyard were crushed into juice. Incidentally, the double doors were barred from the inside, but you were able to kind of lift that bar to open them up, so you wouldn't have found it as easy coming in through those doors, that's for sure.
Okay. Okay, and it doesn't really look like there's anything out here either?
No, it's been remarkably quiet.
Okay. Well, then I guess I go back and go up the stairs then.
Okay. Bum 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 bum
Really
bum.
pushing it here.
Bum 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 bum
Again,
bum.
I need to find something.
Right, I'm gonna move you at the top of the
Because
stairs.
either there's something here, he's thinking there's something here and I'll find it, or there's nothing here, but I want to make sure.
Okay, let me see. You're heading up the stairs. Okay. Yep, once you're up here, you're clearly in the on that balcony, overlooking the area below you, which is where the huge vats are. Other than windows that kind of show out over into the back of the building, on either side are 2 more flights of stairs going up, each to small doors. These doors are closed.
Okay.
We've got one here and one here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go this way.
Alrighty.
This is where the frickin' guy is with the staff, whatever. I'm going in. Octavius wouldn't think that. Matt, the player, would, but Octavius would not be like, here he is.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna peek it open.
Open this door?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I don't like that, okay. Okay.
Anyway,
What a choice.
You mean from Gore? No, that's
Forest
innocent.
folk are in a circle having a meeting.
Yeah.
Alright, how are you opening the door? Just kind of give me a...
Loudly.
This is exactly how loud I'm opening the door.
So you turn the handle as slowly as possible and then eke
I'm
it open?
trying to be as quiet as
Give
possible.
me a sleight of hand roll.
Ooh, sleight of hand. Okay.
Strahd and his twin brother
Are making out?
Okay.
Oh God, no! It makes
is this,
sense
Game
because
of
they're
Thrones?
vampires. I hate them.
And I'm going to make a perception skill roll.
Oh, great. Shit.
Has to be the 10.
But I have a couple, ideas.
It's just gonna be like squeak, squeak. I'm a mouse.
Oh, shit, I can't remember what my damn command is.
So I can still.
Did anyone order any more seeds? Pizza?
Yeah, pizza guy, huh?
Pizza guy, huh?
It's been so long since I've done this.
Jane legit just perked up when you said pizza. Did you see her window? She was just like, pizza?
Well, yeah, pizza's
I've been
amazing.
I love it. He's the best.
Okay,
The
Borat.
What was that?
It was Jane's Borat impression.
Oh,
You sounded
boy.
Swedish.
Yeah.
It's the best.
The best.
All right,
Now, what is that
remember the damn
supposed to be,
command.
Jane? What's it supposed to be?
It's not really supposed to be anything. I just say
Just
that
her
a lot.
heart.
No, you're just saying that so we don't make fun of you.
No, that was
I don't know what
James'
it's from. I just
That
say
was
that.
James' impression of
Screw it.
what's his name doing Super Mario.
Okay, let's
Chris
see.
Pratt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Okay. You peer
Okay.
through the door, and amazingly,
Maybe they are making out.
the person in
Oh,
there did not
absolutely.
hear you. Uncannily enough,
Wanking it.
standing, leaning up against the winch, kind of like glancing down and looking to the left and looking to the right, as if he's trying to see what might have been going on in there. Let me resize this dude as well, because I haven't got the sizes quite right. You're a little smaller than that. There we are. No, you're even a bit smaller than that. Okay, you see him, he doesn't see you. You see a scraggly looking individual. As I said, he's kind of like leaning up against the winch. Scraggly hair, scraggly beard. The room has a wooden floor with a 10-foot square hole cut into the middle of it, looming down with the winch over top of where that cart was. Like, you literally snuck underneath this guy here recently. As I said, he's got wild hair, rotting teeth. His skin is painted kind of like dappled red. And he is holding a really gnarly looking staff made of some kind of like black, weird looking wood.
Oh my god, you did find the staff.
Um,
Oh shit.
It seems to be so preoccupied with looking down the hole, like maybe he heard something a little while ago and he's trying to see if he could see anything. Strangely enough, however, it seems to have distracted him just enough to where you were able to open and peer in
Come on.
without him knowing that you're there.
Incredible.
Wow.
What would Octavius?
What do you want to do
I
now?
know what he would do, but Gordon, you say you had to go to the other players for something?
He's gonna
We
try
can do that, yes.
No. Okay, we're just all
skip
we're just all
cutscene
going like
to-
this.
Yeah,
to
give me a
us.
minute here.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna cut scene back. So time wise, Octavius has been probably gone a good 20 minutes by now.
Oof, okay.
Trip is staring at the door, just waiting.
Yeah,
for
I
him
mean,
to
you
come
know
out.
that from here you could have probably seen him slip in to the stable. You'd have seen him come out and slip into the loading dock and disappear into the building. Chances are you haven't seen him since.
Okay.
What's it been, an hour?
Battlenet chat. Excuse me.
Feels like he's been in there a long time, right?
He is usually a little quicker.
How long do we wait?
Well,
You know, he gets snatched really easily. I don't want something to happen to him.
You can, I'm gonna lumber up behind you as I see you guys are talking to each other. I can't quite hear what you're saying.
Oh, sorry, I didn't really.
I would hate to.
That was in the other trees behind.
I'd hate to jump the gun and disturb whatever foul thing is in these fields while he's on a mission. We could ruin it.
Is that a mission from Yad?
Yes,
What are we doing?
we're deciding
Waiting
how
patiently.
Well, he's not screaming, so he's still alive, right?
long, it might be he might be silenced. They might cover his mouth.
I don't think anything would outsneak him. We would probably know if something terrible happened, but he could be in a situation he might not be able to get out of if he's still.
But how do we get to him?
I don't know. Maybe we should have established a signal of some sort so he could let us know if it was safe to approach. We didn't really have a game plan on what to do if he found anything.
Well, he did save
He was going to scout ahead and come back, right?
Yes, it's true. But how long do we wait?
Do we send a second scouting party? Just at this point, we're just weakening.
No.
Who else can sneak besides
I
me?
I don't think we should
I'm
send
not getting
one
through there.
person. I think it's either
Dad.
all of us or nobody.
Dad, me and Gemma are pretty sneaky. We get it from Mom.
Well, yes, I know how to be sneaky.
I'm
have
not.
spells.
I'm not sneaky.
Yeah, we know, Seth. Don't worry. Well, I don't exactly want to send all of my children into the house to never return.
I mean, you're surprisingly light on your feet, and you have a good eye for things. You might.
Yes, I'm very large. I can't exactly shimmy in and out of things quite as easily as.
Yeah, but you're good with like the woods and stuff, aren't you? You could.
This isn't woods. These are vineyards. Does that count?
I don't know. Does it? You're the one with the uncanny ability to look like a large tree boulder rock thing, you know, and the rock and the tree are like co-living. And you're by the tree and you look like that. You're doing it now.
Yes, I know. I'm always like this to make sure that my arms look like branches. I
Honestly, that it works is upsetting.
every time.
I don't know. I don't know.
We can't go traipsing it. He said to wait. We should give him that. If he doesn't come back
Today.
soon,
Ever.
If something happens to him because we waited, I'm not sure I'll be okay.
Okay.
I think
Maybe-
we shouldn't ruin what he's got going on. I feel like we're going to alert everything, and then he's screwed all the way back there by himself.
Well,
That's
what
another
about?
good point. If we get up there and cause any problems for him, we're going to.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm much bigger than he is. If somebody spots me, maybe then the alert will be called and they'll find him.
Yeah,
I know he went
let's-
inside.
Let's see. Let's have some faith in him. He's done nothing but be really good at this since we've arrived here.
Right. Gotta let my little boy grow up. Okay. We'll just.
You remember
Okay.
him with the windmill?
Yes.
He bested 3 night hags at finding children and getting them out alive.
He's very, very crafty. Okay. Well, a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer.
Okay. Well then, you've had your little bit longer. Oh, not you. Over there.
For me.
Let's go back to our little halfling stealther. Okay, what do you want to do, Mr. Octavius?
My mission was to recon. That's what I told him I was going to do. So I am going to report back what I found. So I'm going to make my way back.
Are you basically going back the exact same route that you came in?
The most efficient way because I know what's there now.
Yeah.
So, I know what to look out for and everything else.
Yeah, sure. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So, in that case, then, now the only thing that might change is once you get to here. Bear in mind, you know that overlooking this area is that dude.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go out that way, or would you maybe want to take one of the other exits that you're aware of?
One of the other ways that I'm now aware of that would get me to the outside.
So you could either take the veranda and have to go down, or you could slip out the back near the outhouse.
Yeah, I think slip out the back near the outhouse would be the cleanest, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so you kind of like go through the storage room and out the side here.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And then go around.
And kind of hug
back
the
out.
building as close as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of go back the way you came. Okay, hold on then. Let me just reposition a couple of things here.
God.
Night Arch
Just-
Defender.
Just wanted to run up on that dude. Just
Yeah.
rip him.
Yeah, I know, but also
I don't want you to die.
Yeah, or also Curse of Strahd, so.
Yeah. Please, son.
Also,
and
Curse of
then,
Death.
like 14 tree people grow out of his corpse immediately and proceed to like 5-star your ass. You know, like I don't want to see that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay. That gets you back to kind of
here we
here.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to make the same... logic, you're going to go back down the same sort of way. So I'm going to need you to give me those 3 stealth rolls again.
Okay, here's
So
the
the
first one.
first one is going to be... okay. To here.
But I know they're there.
You do. We're going to see what happens. You managed to slip past the first lot.
Oh,
Okay, second set, we're down
All
here.
right, here's the
Jeez.
stealth for this roll. There we
Okay,
go.
okay,
There
okay.
we go.
Watch them just
Where's your
roll.
20? You're getting jacked.
For real.
And the last roll you're going to make is down
Last
to
roll I'm
here.
going to make is still 19.
Okay, and you make it back to your fam.
Oh my god, I can't believe that.
It's a group hug, I imagine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm embracing. I'm like, come here, little guy, come here.
What are you, please, what are you doing?
I'm so glad you're safe.
See, I told you we shouldn't have interrupted.
I
It's
was
been
only,
bad.
I was only gone real time, like a few minutes.
I mean, it was more like 40.
I guess it's
Felt
more
like forever.
30 minutes, well. Yep.
So,
Well, how'd it go?
Well, so I'll tell him the whole thing, hitting the bullet points of
There are, seem to be some sort of saplings littered throughout the entranceway and vineyards that seem to shake and shimmy when in close proximity. It leads me to believe that they could be some sort of sentry that picks up on vibrations from the ground. The building itself is quiet, too quiet. I was able to scout the first and second floor, and upon walking into the upstairs main room, I saw him. The man with the cane, the gnarled, stubby cane.
You mean the staff.
Yes, what did I say?
Cane.
It's the same thing, right?
You said cane.
No.
No. A cane is more for striking, and a staff is more for casting.
I was going to say the cane was for walking and
So then,
So that's
what's-
actually just
The
an
wizard's
American
staff
thing.
is long
we
and
don't,
has a
yeah.
pointed nose.
So then
everyone
what-
else refers to that as a stick. It's weird.
What is
It's like a cultural
Staff has a knob on
differentiation.
the end.
So what is a crook for then? Herding? Only?
only hurting.
Cane is for licking.
thieving. Thieving.
What? Oh, I see. Wrong crook. I saw him. It
It's
took
not a crook.
it took it
Cane toes are for
Can't do
licking.
it.
That was a double laugh from Matt. I loved it.
because
Like,
it's
he
so
laughed at it
good.
initially, and then he
Got
told me.
ya.
Because it's so good. Because I'm thinking about it, and he's like, Mr. Nixon, is this crook? It's not a crook. Like,
Not a
it's
crook.
very funny.
That's all I can say.
Not a crook.
It's very funny.
Crook.
no, and let me tell you, family, it took every fiber of my being not to just run up and strike him down where he stood.
I think you should have done it.
Yeah, me too.
You can't do it alone.
Are you kidding me? I just
Octavius
stood,
is capable young
thank
man.
you. I just stood toe to toe with some sort of ice demon thing almost by myself.
Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
I said almost.
With all of us helping you whittle him down, you can't do that by yourself. What if something
But
happened to you? We would never
I-
know what was going
well,
on. We'd be so
Trust
worried.
me. I could have wringed his scrawny little neck before he knew anything that happened.
Okay, so let's go back in there and do it all again, but this time you'll have backup.
Right.
How?
Right, that is.
How do we
even,
get past?
Even with my light-footedness, it was hairy for me at times.
Could we go around to the other side? Maybe.
It seemed
take
like
longer.
It seemed like they were
Everywhere.
everywhere upon approach to this. Did I see him in the back? I assume Goret's basically circled this whole area. You said it was the same thing all the way around, right?
From what you've seen, I mean, you didn't really go into the back fields, but you've definitely seen on the other side, like on this side, that there were some as well, and this side.
Okay.
So I mean, you can.
So it leads me to believe, yeah.
Yeah.
They are littered all over the property leading up to the main structure. I believe it's sort of like a field of them.
It could potentially be a pretty big flaw in their plan if they only put these little things to guard the front.
Well, maybe they only have so many, you know?
It's like in Star Wars when they're like, why do they keep leaving the planet there? Just go on the other side and you miss the blockade altogether. Simple.
Yeah.
So easy.
Fly around it, you dumbass.
Fools.
I have an idea, but you guys are going to instantly say no.
This should be rich.
All right, give it to us, Seth.
Yes.
We could use a distraction.
I was actually thinking the same thing.
Okay, go on.
But
I'm going to be looking straight at Whiskey.
Oh.
what do you?
Oh,
Well,
was this Whiskey's idea when I was away?
No. See,
Go on, boy.
We get Whiskey to run through the fields as fast as far as he can in a direction, so I'll go for him, and then we run in and you whistle him back.
And then what happens if he can't get away?
He's a dog. He goes fast.
Faster than
Plants
a bunch of
and vines.
that killed a bunch of people? He's just a dog. He can't hold that off.
I was thinking something along the lines of we have maybe a strike team and a distraction team. We wait for the strike team to enter, and then the distraction team does their thing to take eyes off of anything the forward team might be doing, and then that's when you get a good surround on the situation, I suppose.
Yes, that's more what I was thinking, not just sacrificing Whiskey for this.
So, wait, let me get this straight. I'm going to give Whiskey kind of a guilty look, like I don't like the idea. You would rather sacrifice a family member over a dog.
He is family, Seth. We've talked about this. He's part of the family. He's helped us so many times.
I would rather not waste any assets and hedge my bets.
Assets?
Well, beloved assets as they are.
Yeah,
I get it. You don't like when I speak using foul language like assets.
Bro,
it's too close for me.
Look, who would you want to be on the distraction team, Doug?
Whoever can safely do a distraction. That we'll have to discuss that.
Do a distraction.
That's depends on our skill sets. We've got to discuss it, right?
That could belch and fart.
Yeah, I'm definitely giving. I'm definitely giving Douglas like the "you're thinking of me, aren't you?" look. Like you clearly have me in mind as a distraction, don't you?
No, you're not very. I hate to say this, Seth, but you're not very quick. So I don't think.
Right, and Whiskey is.
Right, but Whiskey is just a sweet little dog. I can't just send him to his death there. We are all humans. We can make our decision to put ourselves in danger. I'm not gonna.
It is a little bit difficult to quantify a knowable, like a wise intent and consent to actions for a dog who just does what you ask him to do.
Right, he's a good hunter, but
you have to kind of provide that for him in some degree.
May I speak?
May I speak before he speaks?
I said
of
first.
course also.
But I said it more nicely.
More nicely.
I'm just going to
neither
start
one of you said
talking.
please, so
Please,
whoever said
Dad, please.
Gemma said please first.
Dad,
All right,
I said
everyone.
it first.
Sorry.
I would like to bring forward to the table what I can offer to this plan. And that is my brain, first of all. Second of all, my skill sets. I can make 2 people invisible. And I think that
Okay.
would be helpful. Though what wouldn't be helpful if my brother here is correct and these creatures feel the vibrations, even if we're invisible. But, if we step if we step harshly on the ground, it might give us away. But I think 2 people invisible for up to an hour might help with the sneaking party.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's very good.
Yes.
That's all I'd like to say. Thank you.
Very good.
Good job
Fabian,
saying things. Yeah.
your turn.
May I?
Yes.
The first order of business. We are absolutely not using the dog as a distraction. That is not
Thank you.
happening. I'm fully vetoing that, and anybody who has a problem with it can take it up with me. Secondly, while invisibility might normally be a boon to us, these sentries do not seem to be working off of sight, but feel.
Right.
So, normally, again, I think it would be a good plan, but it doesn't work as well here with
What
what we're
about-
dealing with.
Once in the house, would invisibility be helpful with the
Absolutely.
man
Yes.
you saw? Okay.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right, so
his little eyes were darting around when he heard my tiny squeak from the door. But I snuck back in the shadows. He was none the wiser.
Let's get rolling. Thank you for hitting us with a raid. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you. Welcome.
The old,
We got
the
one where
old
we have time yet.
Yay!
Normally we get raided right as we're going offline.
Oh, we're not done.
Welcome, guys.
the old brittle fool. I could have ground his bones into dust right then and there if I wanted.
I don't know why you didn't.
Well,
Once
Something compelled me not to do it.
we will
Some force I cannot understand or comprehend.
get you back in there.
Yes.
Okay, so we need some kind of distraction that is going to. Can we make explosions? We need something. We need something to move in a way that has nothing to do with us. We need
Yes, 'cause-
we need to confuse them.
Like Tremors, for example, right?
That's the movie I'm terrified to admit I'm thinking about because I was very scared of it as a child and had many, many, many nightmares and probably will tonight. Anyway.
Well, as you know, I have my firebolts. I can
Imagine
fire
Tremors.
those in the distance.
If tremors weren't what they were, but they were like from arachnophobia. so to
Oh,
speak.
come on.
Like tremors,
Both
but
movies
spiders. Would
Well,
that be
if you saw
cool?
the second one.
And they have their nails on fleek with a little clam bake each one.
Oh, clam bake, my favorite. Okay, so we have some spells that maybe could cause that, right, Gemma? You can.
I certainly can fire a firebolt at the ground somewhere, and I'm sure that would cause a significant tremor where it hits. But
The problem is once we
nothing
do that,
major.
then won't he inside know that we're approaching?
Yes.
It'll alert him. So we need to get past them first and
Or
then
at least
distract
have
them.
a party geared for directly dispatching him quickly in first.
Yes.
If it
We're
feels
not
like a
doing
faraway
this
threat,
tonight,
then
are
yes,
we?
fine.
Why
I don't
not?
know how much night do we have
I
left.
mean,
Plenty.
Okay.
I'm just kind of tired.
Are you spell spent?
I've used about half of it on that strange little adventure we had.
True.
Oh, I feel like that
also am
shouldn't count
completely
for
out
some
of
reason.
Most of this.
Let's just say that yes. Hypothetically, seeing as that happened the way it did, no actual spell slots were burned in this particular.
Because we would have
adventure.
rested before
Oh
we
my
got
god,
here.
then I am
Yeah.
fine.
Wow, look at
Wow.
that.
Okay, this changes the entire everything.
Hooray!
Let's strike tonight.
I'm guessing zone of plants. I'm
Bloodthirsty
guessing
kids.
zone
Suddenly
of
I
truth
feel
on the plants. I'm
like
casting
I've got a
fear
lot
on
more,
myself.
lot more fuel in the tank.
Perfect.
I just had 5 ever energy, and I feel pretty good.
Okay, great.
Red Bull
somehow
gives you
we need to-
invisibility.
Need to get the strike team snuck in first. Then the what other term should we say instead of strike team? The fight team. The
I like strike team better.
Well,
Yes.
that's the
Oh,
one.
home and
That's the
away.
one that goes inside. So what's the one that stays outside? The distraction team. They will.
Maybe something cooler than distraction team though. 'Cause
I was trying to workshop it. I'm not quite
How
sure.
about Team Shield?
Okay, good. Yes,
Yes.
Shield team.
Shield Team 6.
Justice League and
Yes.
Injustice League.
If this leader with the staff can cast spells, I personally feel like I should be on the sneaking in to kill him part because I want to try out something I've been practicing here and there that I think will be very helpful, and I'm trying to be able to stop other people from casting their spells.
I can
what I
sustain a
mean.
distraction for quite some time.
Who can?
Who?
What?
What?
Well, I can sustain a distraction for quite some time if we need to.
Okay, so
And I know the way in, so possibly maybe on the strike team.
Well, no, I figured
Yes.
that was for granted, given you have the striking force of a
I-
goddamn cart with 4 horses or so.
Didn't want to assume.
all right. Seth, you feel comfortable staying out here on distraction team, or you think you can sneak up into that house? Let him make his own choice. Let him make his own choice.
I just give Douglas the dirtiest look.
You had me at the word sneak.
You tell me, it's your choice. I'm not gonna make the decision for you. What do you think your skills lend more to?
Shut up, brother. Shut up. Octavius, and I'm just going to look straight at Octavius.
Yes.
Rude. Okay.
Is there a place that I could run to quickly that I could seal myself in? Like a way I could get in and cover my ass?
You would have to make it through all the plants first.
Yes, imagining that's what I do.
Okay.
Is there a place?
For what? What is your idea?
Give me a destination. I'll run to it as fast as I can.
The moon.
Sorry, I thought we were playing a game. Go ahead.
And then I get there, and then they all come, and then I close it. I close a door or a thing to keep me from getting attacked further.
How are you with dead horses?
What, beating them?
Being around them, are you squeamish?
No.
What about
I
sick
was
horses?
gonna say I've seen him knock out a horse one time.
Mungo.
No, you were just on your way to
Mongo.
falling asleep, and you just kind of, like fell over.
I got it. I know what. Is there another way in that's not near the horses that you guys could go?
Yes.
Okay, Gemma. Can you cast your fire breathing spell on me?
Yes. I
You
could.
cast that, and I run straight down this road that you came down.
What's the duration on that spell, Jim?
It is 1 minute.
You wouldn't make the house in time.
Even sprinting or dashing?
From here, maybe if he runs straight, he could probably he could probably make it to the thing. But by the time he's got there, he would have little time for it to be of any use to him. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's actually not how I would use that.
Matt, I'm, whatever
Yeah, no,
your
I get it.
plan
I get
is.
it. I could do it. I have an idea with it.
My thinking
Okay.
was the distraction would be further away from the house.
Make sure the distance is set properly on this map. It sounds like it might be a thing.
I actually have an idea that would work. I'm just saying that as a player
Yeah.
to myself. Like, I could see
Sure.
this working. I could do it. I could run my little fat ass to that stable and seal I mean, it has a door at the front, right? That I could close.
Right.
Okay.
And then you guys could go into the house when the coast is clear.
So they have plant folk scouts that sense vibrations. We're causing a distraction there, and then
But what's to say he won't leave where he is in the house and then now be alerted and on the lookout for them?
I think our distraction would happen the moment you three would be caught. To bring attention away from you three, so that once we've drawn everything to us with our display, you can continue on, and if you get into the house, we'll wait perhaps a little bit so you can get yourselves into a right position before doing anything.
The three you mean is Seth, Octavius, and Gemma?
No, I mean you, Octavius and Gemma. You're the most likely to be able to sneak in.
Okay, and then
I
Seth
have loud
sneaks...
thoughts.
Trip, you should go with the rest of the family. The distraction should just be me.
I'm not leaving you to burn yourself alive in the stables.
I'm not going to burn myself alive in the stables.
Well, at
Maybe.
that point, what's the purpose of the distraction team at all?
Well, the distraction should not be more than one person. Because if you're fighting this thing with the staff or crook or whatever, you should have the advantage.
I was willing to perhaps impart them with an advantage, and we would carry on out here.
Trip, it's okay.
It's not.
No, it's okay.
What if Seth and I stay outside and you kids
No.
go in?
Oh no.
What can I do? I'm going to be inside. I'm only so effective in close quarters. I won't leave you, brother.
Can you keep up?
Run, bitch!
Keep up.
It's a good question. Have you
One
seen
large
it?
man says to another large man.
Two large men were standing outside a vineyard. One large man said to the other large man,
But the other large man is part of a class that gives everyone a movement speed bonus when traveling long distances. And it's not the one asking if he can keep up.
Huh.
Hey man, pugilists have some stuff up their sleeves,
Yeah,
like
they
kind
do.
of like a little bit like monks, if you recall.
He's saying
Okay.
he's saying he has
Okay,
something.
if you've got it, then
"Flaunt it."
Yeah.
Okay, so my thinking is, if anything sprouts up, and I'm part of the proceeding team, not the shields team, if I'm on the strike team, I can hopefully cast fear into whatever these things are to make them flee us. It worked on a goddamn devil, so it might work on a tree, I don't know. That would at least get us inside while the distraction would go off in a way that we're not accosted. However, it will probably blow our cover. Not that it's a loud spell, only the receivers of it really see anything.
I think strategy 1 should be to get through undetected.
Right.
And we have to hope that that happens. If it doesn't happen, then yes, we try anything we can to disperse them in the quietest way possible so that we don't give it up before we get inside.
Right.
It's leaving a lot to chance.
And that's where the distraction would be, I guess, a failsafe on that end. If we get stopped in any way on the way in, that's when the distraction team would come in and try and put an end to that. Sorry, Shields team would come and put an end to that, and then try and draw any further attention away so we can get in and finish the job.
I don't like it.
I don't honestly
Well, it
see
involves
us.
murdering someone, so none of it's fun.
I don't honestly see us making it sneakily as a group to the house.
I agree. It was
I don't
very difficult
either.
to do.
The distraction has to happen first, so the shield team can go in when the coast is clear.
Where was this man located? Do we need to climb the veranda or what?
What is our best entry?
The best entry would be through the back door, is the cleanest way through, and then we have to sneak up 2 flights of stairs to reach his room.
Well, that works perfectly then if we go around the outer premise and wait for maybe a signal from the distraction team, like, say, the distraction, and then we proceed forward, right? We'd need to be able to signal in some way that we're in position, or maybe just allow ample time.
Right, and we need a way for Seth to signal if he needs us.
Well, probably you're going to hear the barn door closing really loudly. That'll be the signal.
That you need us to help you?
No, to
No, that
go.
we're going. Yes.
Okay, what about if you need us to help you because you're dying?
I'll
Please.
scream.
That's
Okay.
That's a good signal. Works every time.
Scream, help, help, I'm being repressed.
In that case, I'll flit a light, I guess, from the other side to let you know that we're ready. If you can get a good side progressive
Good side
position so you can see us from the other side of the...
Question. Are we thinking about this backwards? Wouldn't it make more sense for just me and Gemma to sneak up there and just try to take this guy out without there being a sort of distraction?
That's where I thought we were starting, and out here.
So
we're
he
just-
has no idea that it's happening and isn't
I don't-
alerted to anything?
I don't want to preemptively alert him. That was the plan I liked the least.
If
He's not going to go, oh, there's a fire in my barn. No, nobody to see here, and then just go back to sleep.
I wasn't gonna.
ready.
I wasn't gonna start a fire in the
Well,
barn.
whatever it is.
My point is, maybe we shouldn't alert him at all if we can.
He'll be on edge. Clearly, he's ready for somebody to be coming up. They've been attacked. They've been fighting these other humans.
So,
Gemma,
so-
not ready for
Gemma,
us,
do
right?
you have that thing where you could just, not a whole firebolt, but just make a little explosion or something? I've seen you do tricks like that before. That's something you're able to do?
No, those are child's play.
Oh. What spells do you, what tricks can you do all the time?
You know, I can summon a hand. I can do
Okay.
a firebolt.
Oh, maybe that's the key, right? If we get found out, you could fire one of those off in the air.
Sure.
That's a good signal.
Then-
Yes.
And then let the distraction team do the thing so he does a little what, right? Just like a little gator double take. Like a what? You know?
I'm not
And
quite
then-
as stealthy as you, but I'll do my best.
Right, but I mean, I think Plan A should be trying to stealth the whole thing and just catching him off guard.
Right, so we're shrinking the strike team down, and I'll be part of the distraction then.
We're not so much the distraction as we are the
The
backup. Yes. So you give the signal if trouble, and then it doesn't matter if the tremors go off. We can just run straight through because
Then maybe we should all come from the same side as to not bring in more of the tremor folk.
yes, that would be wise. Well,
I'll be honest. I like this plan even less
Why? Just
because
curious.
we are hoping the guy with the staff is alone in there, and we're only sending 2 of all 5 of us in there to kill him, hopefully without raising any other alarms. But if then trying to get to the building, you set off the alarm by accident, we're just all going to run in there together, but us behind you?
We know where he roughly is in the building, right?
Yes,
But we're assuming he's alone in there.
I didn't see a sign of anyone else in there. There was a basement I did not see. but I didn't hear any or see any other signs of activity.
Did you check the crates for vampire spawn?
I did not.
Hey,
check
it's not the
crates
dumbest
for their
thing you could have said.
No, I did
It's
not.
happened before.
Fool me once.
I understand you guys want to get him unawares, but if in you two going to the building again, you accidentally cause an alarm, the things that you, Octavius, said is all in the vineyard will be awakened between us three and you two.
This is
And he will be alarmed inside with possibly more of his friends. So then Trip, myself, and Douglas and Whiskey will have to run through this vineyard of things.
Yo, Gambit gifted a sub to Bulluin. Thank you for that.
It just doesn't seem.
Okay, say thank you was the polite thing to do.
I mean, if you guys can make it there and not be detected, that's one thing. I just don't see it. I fear.
I see your point, but the same could be true if we do your plan.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to go back to relaxation and be ready for us to sneak again. They're going to be alerted.
They'll be alerted at me in the stables with the dead horse.
Right.
All clustered around, hopefully, a door that I can close in time.
But that might make the man with the staff move.
Yeah, then we won't know where he is or what he's up to. But he'll know to be looking for us. Right now, they don't.
Alert.
Well, if you make it to the building, Gemma and Octavius, and accidentally cause an alarm, we won't know where he is in there either.
He has a point. We really are at our best when we're blundering through things together.
Let me blunder.
But what I'm saying is your plan has zero chance of surprise. Ours does.
No, the surprise will be you guys making it in there. I'll be the distraction. He'll be looking at me, not you guys.
But they still have to cross the same...
But they'll all be running after me. That's why I blunder in there.
I don't mean to beat a dead horse here, but
Oh,
I'll
boy.
say my one piece thing, and that will be all. I believe the surprise is invaluable if we can get it. Of all the books I've read, that is how many great victories have been won by smaller forces. And with less casualties. Your plan has zero chance of survive. He will be on high alert.
I'll be in the stable. I don't see how that's...
Right, I don't understand.
With a horse.
I
And a dead horse.
Right. So what you're saying is you don't think he'll be on alert at all by some fool running through the fields and then locking himself in the stable? He's just going to be like, never mind.
You think he's just going to think it's the dead horse coming back from the dead?
He's just going to be like, oh, that must be nothing.
I care less for the guy in the building and more for the things you say is scattered throughout these
I don't
fields.
care about the things scattered in the fields. I think the person controlling them is the guy up there. I think if we cut the head off the snake, the body dies.
Right. That's priority one.
And when you go into a snake pit, do you say, hey, snake, here I come. Get ready for me, but don't worry, I'm not coming after you. Bye. Or do you sneak up on the snake and cut the head off like that?
To cut the stinger off as well.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
about to
the
say, the
stinger.
first thing to say is, you have a stinger.
Someone already did that, clearly. to
Somebody
all of
did that
them.
already. It's, yes.
I'm sorry, Seth, but I have to agree with Octavius. I just don't like the idea of letting him know we're here until we have to.
The main reason why I would want to be on the forward team is just to help cover in case of a critical failure.
Yes, yes, that's what I wanted. Was that miscommunicated? I apologize if it was.
So, again, my 3 sweet babies are going
Very
to go
capable babies.
Very, very capable sweet babies are going to go inside and murder this man in cold blood. And me and Seth are going to wait for some fireworks to come out to tell us that one of you is meeting your fate. Or not? Is that the plan?
In a nutshell.
If it all goes
Well, I
to
love
hell,
it.
we go the other way, but we're going
Yes.
to try to get in there.
We can run away from one decrepit, dusty man.
Dusty man.
I don't think
I
he's going to
think-
be chasing you so much as doing magics on you.
But look who I got with me, right, Pops?
Yes, you
If-
do. You've got the
if
best
the three of
magic,
us-
sirs.
If the three of us make it in there without alerting the plants, then I think I should make two of us invisible. Now, who
Yes,
would be the best ones?
me,
You.
obviously.
Yes.
What about you, Trip? Me or you?
I feel like you definitely hit harder, but I'm the Band-Aid.
So maybe
Which
the
is a brand
Band-Aid.
that
So
hasn't come out yet, but I have this really cool friend, can see the future, kind of like you, Gemma, but like better. Not smarter, just good at seeing the future. Anyways,
Working on it. Okay.
oh, by the way,
Okay.
do you have portend numbers? Because that might be
I
extremely
was going
helpful.
to. I was going to
Yeah.
ask if I could roll those before we started.
Yeah, by
I
all
mean, I have.
means. Roll them and write them down.
Okay.
A 14?
Okay.
Those,
Okay,
Oh.
I number.
those are kind of shitty.
Good for sneaking,
Yeah.
right?
With your
good.
Well, with the
oh, but it
additions,
replaces.
possibly.
It doesn't replace with the additions, does it? It just replaces the whole.
It
number?
replaces the dice roll.
The
Okay,
dice roll,
yes,
so
that's okay.
plus my
Okay.
sneak.
That's not terrible.
Yep.
That,
All right.
so at that point, it's just like, I think it would be best if it's just the two of you then. 4 feet is way less than 6. By like 2. That's like a half. That's a lot. That's.
So you don't.
Did I
want
do
to
the
go.
number right this time? Character development, where's that poet?
So you don't want to go, Trip?
I feel like I want to be able to help, but I'm more likely to cause a problem, and if there is a problem, I can get to the place where I'll be able to help with the help of you two.
All right. Then just the two of you.
But you're not leaving without a couple of pats on the back.
Right.
Of course.
Couple of trips, special pats.
Yes.
D8 here and a D8 there.
Some reason I'm just really good at this. Feel the comfort. No, you're good at what you do.
Ah. Don't bend
You
on the
are
dice rolls
smart.
now.
You are
Yep.
very smart. You're extreme. You're very extreme.
I'm also gonna put protection from good and evil on Octavius. I'm gonna give him just the sweetest little kiss on the forehead. There you go,
Protection
son.
from wickedness.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Okay.
just in case.
So
You,
I have
you don't
bardic
get any, Gemma, because
inspiration
you're not
and
you're not
Yeah,
loved.
I can.
protection.
I can only do one, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would. do
Gemma's already got a robe that does that, right?
both. Yeah.
I think if we're gonna do this, I mean, my invisibility lasts up to an hour, so we might as well do it now. Then sneak.
Sure.
in.
Yes.
I'll
Are we
pop it up
ready
just so
to?
you can
Are we ready to
see
do it though?
what it
Ready
comes
to
with.
go. Hey, look, it's aberrations, social summons, fae fiends, and undead.
Well, just in case.
Everything you didn't sense.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
sense them, but they. Who knows? They
Who
could appear.
knows? Who knows?
Yep. They might have been just outside my sensing range.
Mhm.
In a pocket dimension.
Yep. Alright. Okay,
Maybe he
so
hasn't abjurated them yet.
so do you guys have a formulated plan now?
Yes.
We're going to let them go forward, and if their dice rolls are shit, we're all going to charge.
Gemma, are you casting invisibility as well?
Just right before we go, so just have
Okay,
that up.
on yourself and...
And Octavius.
Okay, so you're casting invisibility on both of you. Alright. Then I feel like it would be fun to go ahead and make the trip up there. And then we'll... Because we're right near the end, but it... It either sets us up nicely for the next episode, or we get a great cliffhanger. Either way. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so you two. Let's zoom in. So which door are you going to?
Oh, they really are. So cute. How did I not realize that?
I think Gore, we said we were gonna go around the back.
So
we got to make it up we got to make it up the path first.
When you say the back, do you mean like the entrance you came out of, like the side door? Or because you've not actually been round the back and tried any of those doors or anything yet.
Yeah, I would make it so the path that I went when I went into the area or into the building, get in there, but know to go around the backside. I think with the veranda, right? Or no, the backside, so that I don't get seen directly from.
You want the potty door.
That area.
But you are invisible, though.
The way. Oh, I guess. Oh, that's right. I am invisible. I don't know if he has I wouldn't know. He's a true sight. So okay, yeah. Basically, the way I went in there first, Gora, because I know the area.
So you're going to go up to the loading dock where the cart was, and then sneak up in through that door that was partially open.
Yep, because I feel like that has the least amount of plants along the way that I know of.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to remind you, though, Activius, that you'll become visible as soon as you pull any kind of action.
Yes.
Yeah, if you poke or stab anything.
Sure.
All right.
I got it.
Go ahead, you two, and give me your first.
God.
Perception roll.
All right, Shane. You ready?
Perception or?
Perception.
Sorry, stealth.
Stealth. Yeah, because
you don't really need perception. You know they're there.
You first.
All right, me first.
Oh!
There it is.
It took all night.
There it is.
There it is.
Natural 20!
Very, very, very nice.
This is a good start.
Okay, hold
I
on.
hate that.
His should count for 2.
I'm hitting everything I can
agree.
find in hopes that it's made of wood.
That should be a double. That should be a double stealth.
Yeah, you're covered the whole way up.
Okay.
I mean, it is a 20.
and let's see. As predicted, only one person
Brian?
that snub.
Yay, Brian!
So there you go, Flanzik.
Boys, keep it on the
No,
couch.
son of mine.
Why? He was right.
Okay.
Yeah, couldn't even say.
Shows you where your loyalties lie.
Mad. I'm so mad.
Feels
Supposed
me
to
nothing.
fail with me.
Yeah, you go down
me
with
your
me
second
forever,
stealth
like our
roll.
vows and everything.
Yeah, second round.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, Jane.
Oh, portent.
Portent,
Please.
Portent.
What's you using, the 13 or the 14?
Let's see. It's +3, so
14.
I'm gonna use the 14.
Okay, that makes that 17. Okay.
17.
Yep, so that's one portent gone, and then you have
Can
the
I give one
last
of them my
one
inspiration?
to go.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god.
Come on, we got this, Jane. We got this. Stealth.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
fast.
Oh,
And so is Gemma.
God.
All
I
right.
almost
Oh my
screamed
God.
portent.
You two stealth your way through the vineyard, not alerting any of whatever it is that may be there, and you make it to
Holy
the entranceway of the loading dock. Congrats. Okay, and
With our bardic inspiration.
Still intact.
still intact.
Still intact.
And you still have a 13 on your portent, so make sure you make a note of that. And everybody else watched you do it, and they see you get there, breathing a sigh of relief.
We don't exactly watch
you don't. We're
They're
invisible.
So
yeah, we can't see anything. We're just like,
Yeah, you're like,
Nothing happened.
you saw nothing out. Nothing happened after a while, so it's like, oh, okay, maybe they made it. Maybe they didn't.
I'm still just like, no.
Did you
5
make it?
firebolts.
Did you make it?
Yeah, we should really make a signal for good things happening too.
Alrighty. So yeah, you guys made it, and that is a great place for us to wrap up this evening.
Dang it.
So there we
Quit already.
go. It's not really a cliffhanger, but you know.
It is a cliff.
I mean, yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, but just get that measure. time for a beer. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, hello there. It's me, Christy, your D&D dad. I'm here to do all the things that a good D&D dad should do. Like mow the lawn, fix some shit, drink a beer, and of course, roll lots of 20s. And if you like all this, can you pan?
Sorry, Dad. Sorry. Yeah, you look good. Yeah.
You should check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Christastics. And if you like D&D content, check out my podcast, New Crits on the Block. Anyway, I love you, my children.
If you're seeing this, that means that I'm back to playing Mondays on How Reroll. My handle is Satchmo on all platforms, and if you follow me, then maybe I can...
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty.
Nothing! Hi, is this my local zoologist? Yes, I'll hold. Hi, local zoologist. Yes, my name is Jane Ivana, and I'm looking for a snake that has a stinger. Yes. I'll hold. You don't have any? Alright, well, if you could look into it, you can contact me on Twitter at Jane on Twitch, that's with a 0. Anytime. Yeah, or you could catch me on my Twitch streams. I stream like once a week on twitch.tv/JaneIvana. Alright, I'll hold. Okay, thank you. Goodbye, local zoologist.
Hey everyone, it's the Snuggler. This year, Jane asked us to go quick on our outros, so I promise I'll go as fast as possible. You're just gonna put all my information on text on the screen, aren't you? Son of a...
Hey, twitch.tv/Shagget here, and I'm trapped in Barovia. I'm hiding in a dingy basement with some art, the art dingy basement, nothing like what you usually see on my webcam when I do streams on How We Roll. And I'm not hiding from Strahd. Believe it or not, he's a pushy Dracula knockoff. He doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of him. I'm actually hiding from Gorebad, my dungeon master. He's out to kill me. I think finally surviving in 10 campaigns in Arconis throughout his stories, he's snapped because of it. And because of that, he's out to really kill me this time. Contact me at @aneb_convos on Twitter, please. Your support will help keep me alive, keep me on the run, keep my hope alive. I really need to see what happens to Radovan, Emlyn, and Alekma, and all my other characters that I've played. I really need to see what happens to them. I'm very curious. Oh shit, I messed up. I really messed up. I think he heard me. He's coming. See ya!
Hi there, I'm Gorebad, and thank you for watching How We Roll. If you'd like to keep up with us when we're not live on Twitch, you can check out our other forms of social media. Follow us on Twitter at How We Roll. You can also follow our Facebook page. You can find the website at www.howweroll.com, and you can also find us on YouTube at, you've guessed it, How We Roll, for an absolute ton of additional content. Also, you can follow the dmblog.com for some DM tips, world building guides, and all things D&D related. Cheers, guys. That was a long walk. Okay, they said Shagget was somewhere here, and the door to where he's hiding was a blue door. So we gotta find a blue door, blue door, blue door, blue door. You're mine now, Shagget.